Mikel Arteta faces new selection dilemma on forward players. Arsenal handed major injury boost as Mikel Arteta faces new selection dilemma. Gunners' squad continues to look a lot healthier ahead of busy festive period. Kai Havertz has returned to first-team training in a major boost for Arsenal. The German has not played since the opening day of the Premier League season, when he featured for 30 minutes off the bench away at Manchester United. A knee injury required surgery and has kept Havertz out for 4 months, but the 26-year-old is now closing in on a return to action. Havertz took part in training on Monday, ahead of Arsenal's match at home to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. The club shared footage of Havertz completing finishing drills, having walked out onto the training pitch at London Colney alongside captain Martin Odegaard. As is often the case when Arsenal players return to long-term injuries, his teammates welcomed Havertz back by lining up to form a tunnel and slapping him on the back as he ran through. The German is known for being meticulous with his recovery from injuries, impressing those within the club with the dedication and speed with which he is able to make progress. Havertz suffered a torn hamstring back in February and had been expected to miss the rest of last season, but returned for the final 2 matches of the campaign. The quarter-final tie against Crystal Palace on Tuesday night will come too soon for Havertz, but his involvement in training marks a significant step forward heading into the busy festive period. Yeah, he's progressing really well and quite fast in the last few weeks, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta said last week. If things progress well, he will be with us soon. I don't want to say what game he will return for because in that last part of rehab, I think we need to be cautious. We need to be firm that when he's back for the long term. Last month, Arteta again turned to Mikel Merino to lead the line as injuries left him without a recognised striker. However, Havertz's return will provide further competition up front, with Gabriel Jesus now back after an anterior cruciate ligament injury and Victor Gyökeres at full fitness again for a hamstring issue. Arsenal are still dealing with injury problems as the Gunners prepare for some key games in the title race after Christmas. Mikel Arteta's side will be top of the table at Christmas after beating Everton 1-0 on Saturday, and there was positive fitness news at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Ben White was unavailable for the match with a hamstring injury, though Leandro Trossard was back in the starting lineup for the first time since November. Riccardo Calafiori returned from suspension on Merseyside, but he gave Mikel Arteta a fresh defensive injury worrying as he went down late in the first half and had to receive treatment before continuing. 2 points clear of Manchester City in the title race, Arsenal face crunch fixtures against Aston Villa and Bournemouth in the Premier League after Christmas. Before then, they face Crystal Palace on Tuesday in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. The centre-back has been sorely missed, but Arteta revealed last week that he has now returned to individual training as he targets a comeback. Speaking ahead of the Everton game, Arteta said, "He's pushing hard as he always does every time he's out. He's evolving really well. He's doing pitch sessions. He's not too far. We have to see in the last stages of that rehab how he progresses, but we're quite positive about it." Arsenal were given a fresh injury scare when Riccardo Calafiori went down in first-half injury time at Everton. Calafiori landed heavily after an aerial duel and received treatment on the pitch for several minutes. He came off the pitch but promptly returned to action and went on to complete the full 90 minutes. Arteta provided no update on his condition post-match, suggesting there will be no lasting impact. In issuing a positive update on Gabriel's condition last week, Arteta also gave an encouraging update on Kai Havertz. The German striker suffered a knee injury on the opening weekend of the season and was forced to undergo surgery. He then suffered a setback in his recovery in November, but Arteta believes he could also return to full team training soon. "Progressing really well and quite fast in the last few weeks," said Arteta. We're really positive that if everything continues like that, in the next training sessions, he's going to be with us quite soon. Asked if he had a specific match in mind for Havertz to return, Arteta added, "I do. I don't want to say it, because again, I think in that last part of the rehab, especially after such a long time, we need to be cautious. We need to go really firm with every step we take along the way to make sure that when he's back, and he's back for the long term." Ben White came off with a hamstring injury as Arsenal edged past Wolves on December 13th. Arteta was not immediately optimistic, describing the issue as bad news. There was better news last week, though. Speaking ahead of the Everton clash, Arteta revealed the injury was not as bad as first feared. "He's out. He's evolving well. It's not major injury, but it will keep him out for a few games." Christian Mosquera has been sidelined with what has been described as a complicated ankle injury, and Arteta is yet to confirm when he might return to the pitch. "He's going to be out 4 weeks, unfortunately. It's much more than what we expected," Arteta said. "But the player was feeling it, so he's going to be out 4 weeks. Some reports from early December claimed Mosquera could be sidelined for as long as 6 to 8 weeks, suggesting a potential return in mid-January."